Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is a talented actor. You can see him starring in a brand new film, much anticipated, John Carter. It opens March 9th. Here he is, Taylor Kitsch, everyone. Taylor Kitsch. I know for a fact that you're from, were you born in Canada?
I was born, yeah.
Kind of. But you lived here in New York City at some point.
To say the least.
Yeah.
I think it was that struggling actor kind of stereotype from...
You moved down to be an actor?
Yeah, from BC, small town.
Oh, British Columbia is beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Where in British Columbia?
Kelowna, which now it's a big town, but when I was raised there, yes, one person knows of it. Yeah, so apparently me and him lived there. No, it's that, you know, we had the frozen pond in the backyard, apple orchard on the left, and, you know, you're strapping on the old sofa cushions.
Oh, you played obviously a lot of hockey, yeah. Did you think maybe you had a shot at being a professional hockey player?
I tell myself that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the knee injury kind of ended it all, and so now I kind of live vicariously through some of my mates that play pro now. But
oh, really? You have buddies in the NHL?
Yeah, a few.
Oh, good for you. And the Canucks just folded up in the Stanley Cup playoffs last year, didn't they?
We did fold, yes.
Yeah.
That was...
And there was rioting in Vancouver. Yeah. I couldn't believe that.
The best part of that, though, is, I mean, it doesn't get more Canadian when you're literally turning, police cars upside down, lighting them up. And then the next morning, we're like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. Oh, my God. You know what I mean? Like, that's us in a nutshell. Like, we didn't, don't judge us.
Yeah, forget it. We didn't. But then it was not so long ago, the Winter Olympics of the big Canadian-American hocky game.
Yeah.
That was exciting.
It was.
That was good stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, you come down here. What age did you come to New York?
20, early 20s.
Right. What'd you do?
I was studying. I moved here to study acting, and it's kind of that not having a visa, being Canadian. I worked for like a month, didn't get paid, so that was sweet. And so obviously I can't work legally.
Oh.
And so I ended up living on, couches, hallways. Then I had this place with no electricity up in Spanish Harlem. And yeah, it was good. And and I used my best friend's girlfriend's blow-up mattress was the only furniture I had.
Oh, boy.
And candles.
Yeah.
And then so I ended up getting, kicked out of that. Then I was sleep on the subway for a while, which was a good time.
Now, is that possible for any length of time, and isn't it highly dangerous? I don't know about then or now, but it sounds dangerous.
It was dangerous.
Yeah. And how long can you sleep on just one run and then you're done, or what?
Well, I had it down. I had it down, truly. And, well, I would leave. No one knew, obviously. I don't think it's something you brag about, especially at the time. But, it's... You're at your buddies till midnight, then you're like, oh, gotta get going, gotta get home, gotta catch that last train. They don't know it, but, you get on around midnight, 1, and you just sneak on, and there's, they skip stops when it gets later at night, so I'd get one of those trains, and they would station at a certain point, and I'd kind of just find a little nook and sleep in there till like 5, 6 in the morning. And then I'd get up and go to the gym. And, yeah.
Freshen up?
Freshen up. But that's where I would go, and I'd work out, loiter a bit more until I'd have class.
I mean, you think about it, I mean, you're lucky to be alive. But forget that you're in major motion pictures now. You're lucky to be alive after that experience, for God's sakes. And then you were working this movie, the John Carter movie, and it's about a guy from Arizona who moves to Mars, right?
I don't know if he's actually like okay, I think I'm going to just take a risk and move to Mars. We need a change here.
The guy he's in Arizona, and next thing you know, he's on Mars.
That happens, yes.
So now you're promoting that movie, and at the same time, you were making a film in the Philippines. Another movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you got to be flying back and forth, and that's a tremendously long flight, isn't it?
It really is, and especially it messes with you, the 15 hours ahead.
Yeah, sure.
And so, it was a good little moment when I had the visa to work there. It's a film, Oliver Stone film we just finished.
What is that film?
Called Savages, with Travolta, Benicio del Toro,
Whoa.
Uma Thurman, Selma Hayek, Aaron Johnson. Great cast.
Yeah.
Carried them on my back, obviously.
I think so. Somebody needs to.
It happened. So I get through to customs, and they're like, right? The good moment. You know it's going to be good when that guy's calling, smoking.
Really?
Everyone's smoking, the oscillating fan there. And I'm in the back room, and I sit down, and he's like, you're going to Japan. You're on the next flight back to Japan, because I was coming from Japan. And I'm like, okay, well, what can we do? You know, he's like, there's not enough pages. You're out of pages, so I can't stamp it, so you're gone. And I'm like, well, hold on. I can work here. I got the visa. He didn't believe I was an actor. So I'm literally pitching myself to this guy, saying, no, I'm an actor. I've done some things. And he's like, okay, what? And I'm like, well, I'm here to work, finish Oliver Stone's movie. It's John Travolta in it, and trying to throw any name out there. And he's like, well, where's Travolta?
Right, where is?
And I'm like, he's not here. Their computers weren't working, and I'm like, look, you gotta look me up. I can show you something to prove that.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're on the next flight to Japan, reminding me again. And then I'm looking on my iPhone because their computers weren't working, and he's like, hey, can you get me one of those? And I'm like, can you let me in, and I'll give you one of these. And so he's still not believing that I'm throwing like Gambit out there, Wolverine, anything. Friday Night Lights, obviously, Thank you. And I finally show him the trailer of John Carter.
On the iPhone?
Yeah, on the iPhone. And he stopped, and he's like, stops it, and he goes, oh my God, what is that? And it was the Great White Apes, that scene there that's in the trailer. And he's like, that's not you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And he's like, you have short hair. And I'm like, mate, it's just, I cut it. It grows. It's me. And so then finally, he's like, I love the trailer. Go ahead.
Wow.
You're in. So John Carter got me through customs.
Good for you. What a story. We have a clip here of John Carter, I believe, and what are we going to see?
You're going to get the Great White Apes here.
Great White Apes. And they are on the planet Bazoo. What is the name of the planet? What is the name of the planet? What is it?
Barsoom.
Barsoom.
Same thing.
I thought it was Bazoo. All right, take a look. It opens March 9th.